Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's FailRace episode with Invisible AK on GTA 5. Now this was during trying to take the thumbnail for the No Rules to Survive the Hunt. We were trying to get all of the chaos going on around behind the car stuck at an intersection. A little bit more chaos than we bargained for, shall we say, as physics glitched out with a combination of ramp vehicles and the tank flew through the air, landed perfectly on my car and exploded it. So, yeah, that picture you saw of the thumbnail image was about seconds away before I got squished and blown up. Zach, up next on GTA 5, is playing around with the police car. Now, I believe this is a car chase that's going on between two random AIs that the players just jumped in to have a bit of fun with. It turns out the AI police car is a little more committed to trying to catch the getaway vehicle, maybe a little too committed. It does appear that the FailRace police department has turned up and fallen off the bridge. Fairly accurate, really, if I'm honest. We're on next to Forza Horizon 4 with an exocet that's just come out of a race. Now, I've seen traffic spawn in unfortunate places, never seen it quite spawn in on top of a car. Yes, it turns out if you park a gritting truck suddenly in the same space that an exocet is, the little buggy might fall through the floor and rather lose that particular. You don't really want to have a mess with the gritting truck. They're probably stronger than the exocet. Jack, our car up next on Mad Max. Now, dotted around the map are these little watchtowers. Now, normally you harpoon them and pull them down. You can, if you want, just drive through them. The thing is, this one here has got like a decent-sized concrete base. Turns out, if you just sort of ramp the car off of it, it's all fine. Not quite a backflip. Would have been impressive if it had managed a backflip, as it was kind of a half flip, half twist. Decent landing, though, in all of that. LLM Kursk up next on Dirt Rally 2, tackling one of these Swedish rally stages. Now, we know how dangerous the banks are around here. If you get things a little bit wrong, the car digs in and over it goes, spinning and flipping and twisting its way down the road. Almost manages to stay within the sort of two snowbanks as well. Unfortunately, it just kind of ping out at the end there, but Sweden is dangerous. That's a vicious, vicious roll for that car. Bad RNG up next on Grid Autosport. Now watch the AI up ahead. Mercedes loses the back end, goes for a spin, goes for a flip and clears the barrier. Now the spin and flip is a coded thing. It's kind of one of the accidents the AI can make. It does happen sometimes on the game, but I don't think it's supposed to launch itself clear off of the track. It looks like a death race. It just kind of twists and off we go. That Mercedes is never going to be seen again. Off into the scenery. Not a good day for the Merc. We're on to the Crew 2 next, with a Porsche that actually really wants to be a toboggan. Yes, after managing to flip over, it pings its way down. Also a little bit of sort of plinko on the way down past the trees in all of this. Gets a really good kind of run. It's up to 160 miles an hour, and I do wonder how fast it would have got had there not been a tree there. Funnily enough, it's very difficult to steer when you're on your roof going down there. It got a decent way, though, before it does flip back over onto its wheels. Yes, Porsche tobogganing is a new thing. We move next to V-Rally 4 with the very, very ridiculous Suzuki hill climb car. Now, notice the mighty wing at the back. The problem is the wing might get sometimes caught on a little bit of scenery. Yeah, that's a little fence, little gatepost, if you like, in the way, and that's all it took to ruin that particular run. Not the only one having wing-related issues. Sir Argus on BeamNG Drive with an automation creation with all sorts of wacky stuff going on at the back is going to launch the car off of this ramp. It actually gets away on the landing pretty well. The vehicle has no problem, but the sort of ducktail spoiler is flying. Now, I know it is a wing of sorts. It's not quite supposed to do that. It's just going to go and float around. Now, I do know there are aero properties on wings when it comes to beam and so on, but that's not quite how it's supposed to. You can just about see it up at the very top. They're not quite how it's supposed to go. Rustic Gamer up next is on Wreckfest, racing around an oval. Now, we've seen problems at ovals before. This time, though, it is caused by some lag. Yes, multiplayer sometimes on Wreckfest can be a little bit laggy, and the kind of glitchy slow down, speed up pings the car. You know, I mean, it completely and utterly squishes the car. That's okay, you can get away with that, but the next corner, less okay. Next corner, much less okay. Definitely not okay whatsoever there. Silver Darling up next on Project Cars 2 with the AIs causing trouble. Up ahead, there's a little bit of bumping, and, well, when there's this many cars in Project Cars 2, things do tend to go wrong, and as the bumping starts going across the track, everything stacks up, and everything plows into one another, and cars end up upside down and on their roofs, and everything's gone terribly, terribly, terribly wrong. Yep, that's no one's going to be getting out of that one anytime soon. That's a lot of the field out. Welsh Toast is up next on GTR 2 with a Nissan GTR that clips the back of a Ferrari and decides it's had enough of being on the circuit anymore. You don't really see it too well from that, but I think it's lapping a different class of car. I wouldn't say lapping, but overtaking a different class of car. And as it just bounces off the back of the Ferrari ever so slightly, the nose of the Nissan digs into the floor and it just gets pinged across the track, and that is going to put the Nissan out of the race. We have a different slight of toboggan. Admittedly, it's missing some parts, and not quite as impressive as the Porsches, but yeah, this is from further back. It's just watch the Nissan ping off the back of the car. Not an ideal thing, that much is for sure. And finally, Neck Rub Bobby on Jalopy has spotted one of the sort of packages that you're supposed to collect around here to make some money. So puts the car, stops the car, puts the handbrake on, gets out to go and pick it up. You know, you're going to need these. You're going to need the money that you can get from these to, you know, make it further through the game. Kind of what you've got to do. So picks up the crate, goes to head back to the car to put it in the boot. The AI vehicle that was coming down the road does not care, and is going to steal your car. Yeah, you park in the middle of the road, prepare for your car to be stolen. And it's just so perfectly balanced as it heads off around the corner. And there is nothing you can do about that one. Nope, they've nicked your car. It's probably game over now. Yeah. It's not really not quite what you need, but there we go. That is going to be it for this week's episode. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via our forums. There's a link in the description. At the very top of the page is the FailRace clip submission section, and in there you can find all of the rules and how to submit them. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.